Before you proceed, please read this important disclaimer carefully. They robbed banks for college money and family bonding. The chilling true story of Scott Katz and his children is a searing lesson on how small rationalizations and warped loyalty can lead to total ruin. The family of thieves, the tragic truth about corrupting loyalty. Scott Katz, a single father and widower, was motivated not just by financial need, but by a dangerous lie he learned from his own father. That bank robbery was victimless because the money was insured, and the tellers were trained not to resist. He started small, robbing banks alone. The lie that corrupted a family. The real tragedy began when Scott's son, Hayden, 20, and daughter, Abby, 17, faced personal setbacks. Scott convinced them to join him. His pitch was insidious. It would pay for Hayden's college, give Abby a business, and most chillingly, bring the family closer together. In 2012, the family of thieves executed 2 clean, successful robberies, netting over $100,000. Scott and Hayden went inside with unloaded guns, while Abby served as the getaway driver, seeing her role as protecting my father and brother. The simple flaw that ended everything. The family's criminal career was cut short not by a massive FBI task force, but by a single, everyday detail. The kind of detail criminals forget when they grow overconfident. New clothes. An alert detective reviewing surveillance noticed the robbers were wearing brand new, crisp work suits, suggesting they were just purchased. The trace. This led investigators to local hardware stores, where they tracked the purchase of 2 identical suits using Scott Katz's debit card. The end. Store footage showed Scott, Hayden, and Abby together. Cornered, Scott immediately confessed, weeping as he claimed, "I robbed banks for my family." He received 24 years. His children received 10 and 5 years, respectively. 3 meaningful lessons to safeguard your ethnics. The Katz family's ruin offers essential lessons about self-deception, loyalty, and vigilance. 1. The peril of rationalizing small evils. The slippery slope. Scott mistook the bank's insurance for his own innocence, allowing his desire for easy money to morph into a belief that bank robbery was harmless. This self-deception enabled him to commit serious crime and corrupt his children. Life takeaway. Be deeply wary of easy money or small ethical compromises. The most damaging choices are rarely made in one giant leap. They begin with small, repeated rationalizations that erode your moral compass until you justify the unjustifiable. 2. Loyalty is not blind obedience. The corruption of love. Abby and Hayden participated not as career criminals, but out of blind loyalty to their struggling father. They prioritized paternal authority over legal and ethical boundaries. Relationship. Takeaway. True loyalty requires courageous dissent. If someone you love, especially a parent or leader, asks you to engage in a clearly destructive or unethical action, your responsibility is to say no. Blind obedience is the fastest path to joining them in ruin. 3. The power of ordinary evidence. The flaw in the system. The entire sophisticated robbery scheme was defeated by a single debit card transaction and the distinctive look of a new, unwashed shirt. Security. Takeaway. In any field, from digital security to physical safety, the most critical vulnerabilities are often found in the most mundane, overlooked points of entry. Never neglect the basics of operational security, because your adversary only needs to find one simple flaw to defeat your entire complex system. Would you like to explore more true stories? Subscribe, share this channel, and don't miss the next story that could save your life.